What's up, you lovely sons of bitches? Dakk Daniels here, fresh off the coffee tip at about 9:30 on Holla Frickin' Ween. And boy, what a day. We got content rolling, good information. My kids are hyped to go trick-or-treating. It's a good day. You know, I'm technically typing up this article for my blog right now, but it's too good to not cover because fuck corporate America. Well, this isn't really American, but we'll get into that. Here's the scoop. Okay, so get this, right? Nintendo, obviously, well, Game Freak does Pokemon, but Nintendo, I think, owns the rights. And they make zero hesitations suing the shit out of people for trying to mess with their IP. If you have an idea for a good Pokemon game and you try to implement it and you release like your concepts free online and a little free gameplay, they'll hit you with a cease and desist. If you got like a really cool version of your Super Smash with a bunch of custom characters, you know, and you decided to release it free online so people could have fun outside of the framework that is Super Smash, they're going to sue the shit out of you. You're going to come up with a sweet first-person Pokemon game that completely innovates and overhauls the concept before they do it. They're going to sue the shit out of you. And then when they do it, they're going to do a lackluster B version of it. That's what Nintendo does. So I find that funny that they do that, because Pokemon in and of itself is like an IP that was, you could argue, stolen from like 4 different concepts, Dragon Quest being probably the biggest. Anyways, Palworld came on the scene because they were like, dude, wouldn't it be really cool to have like a survival Pokemon game and also guns? And Nintendo was like, we can't have guns in our shit. And they're like, well, we can. Fuck you. And they did. And it was sweet. Incredibly buggy, but sweet. Like, Palworld's fun. I enjoy the shit out of it. I can't wait till it's a full game. I own it. Me and Dragar have spent hours upon hours playing it. Okay? So, Nintendo, being the biggity bee it is, decided that they wanted to sue Palworld because it's like, oh, well, you're taking our concepts and we're going to do it over incredibly loose fucking accusations. Like the concept of a Pokeball. Or, like, I think the glider is how they were able to get one of their lawsuits off the ground, because it has a glider. You used to glide off your Pokemon, but you can't have that because Nintendo has that. And you can't catch things with a ball or catch things to observe them because Nintendo apparently tried to file them. Anyways, they tried to file that shit. A Japanese court apparently struck down some of their patents, basically saying, like, you guys didn't you didn't break any ground here. Like, you're using the same kind of thing that's already existed, and you're trying to say that you invented it, and you're trying to stop other people from using it. So that's what this article is about. It's basically saying that, you know, lawsuit to take down Palworld, it suffered a devastating blow, like 2 days ago. I just found out about this morning. But, yeah, it shares a lot of similarities to Pokemon. Well, no shit, because I'll bet you a bunch of people like me who can actually code got together and said, hey, Pokemon kind of sucks now. I'll bet you we could do better. And they did. So, against Pocket Pair, could be derailed. The patent is complicated in Japan because apparently, you know, Japan thinks about this shit. They're not bought off by corporate interests. Well, I'm sure they probably are, but for at least in this instance, justice seems to be winning. So where is it at? Nintendo's incredibly skilled at suing people. Yep, sure is. They litigate worse than George Lucas used to. Ultimately, only time will tell if they succeed against its lawsuits. Pocket Pair. But yeah, basically, I had a different article for my blog. But basically what had happened was they tried to patent the concept of catching a monster? Pokemon? They tried to patent the concept of catching it with something and using your reticle to get it and all that jazz. And a judge was like, that's stupid. You're wasting my time. I'm not going to do this. You can either rework your argument or fuck right off to Legoland. So they're probably going to rework their argument and try it again. It'll probably win because, you know, again, I have zero faith in our justice system because of corporate interests and corruption. So time will tell ultimately. But at least for today, technically 2 days ago, we got a little win for the indie devs. And that's the thing I want to focus on. Happy Halloween. A little bit of a waste of time, but I love pointless knowledge.